Well, hello everyone. It's me again. Welcome to my channel. Well, I want to give you some information on my solar, a little project as you're well aware of I've been planning to do. Well, I ordered a new inverter from Lazada. It was highly recommended by the reviews and so forth, and I'm familiar with the product brand. I've been using their solar controllers for 2 years, and they've been trouble-free and been performing exceptionally. Now, my dilemma is I've got to send it back. During shipping, I don't know which carrier actually did the damage. I'll post a picture of what I'm talking about. And it was damaged in shipping. I thought I could save it, so I replaced one of the solar cables and straightened the damage out and so forth, and reassembled it and tried to install everything. The machine fired up and done what it's supposed to do. And of course, at the time I got it installed and everything, it was evening time, so all I had to test at that time was the batteries. So I left it on overnight on my normal appliances that I normally do with the older inverter, which is my deep freeze and some other equipment out here on my porch, deck, terrace, whatever you want to call it. And it was still running perfectly the next morning. Well, the sun comes up and everything's working. You know, I watch my TV and have my fan running and so forth. And about 9:30 a.m., that's when usually I'm getting a really good charge on the system. It shuts down. So I'll go and inspect, see what's going on. And my batteries are dead. And being LiPo4 batteries, when they shut down, the BMS cuts everything off. So there's no DC current coming from the batteries. Well, this unit's supposedly supposed to reactivate the BMS. So when I put the AC current on, the batteries didn't come up. So that feature didn't work. So I had to manually restart my batteries. I have a battery charger handy just for that purpose. So I restarted, and in the AC mode, it would charge my batteries. So when I turn the AC off and solar only, it would show I'm operating on solar, but it was actually pulling current from the batteries. There was no amperage from the solar. And normally at that time, I'm getting good amperage. I normally power my house all day long just from solar alone and charge batteries. And it failed to function. So I'm going to have to do this after this video. Oh, by the way, the supplier was more than excellent on what was going on. I sent a video of all the screens and so forth, and they confirmed that the solar wasn't working, even though it was the lighting on the main panel was showing that solar was coming in. Nothing was happening with the solar energy itself. And also the cabinet was getting electricity, so it undoubtedly had an internal ground some way too. Probably from the impact, because it had a pretty good bend in the bottom right hand corner. So that was what I've experienced so far. And the supplier has been over backwards trying to help me. Figured they even asked me if I wanted to open it up and try to do my own repair. And if I needed parts, they'd send them to me. Well, I felt uncomfortable with that, and I was afraid it might void my warranty, even though they promised it wouldn't. So I'm going to box it up, and send it back, and they agreed that it's probably the best option. And so that means time it gets back and they do their inspections and so forth, getting a new unit, I'm looking at 3 or 4 weeks out, the best I can do. So it's unfortunate I did not sell my old inverter and controllers. I had actually listed them for sale. So I went immediately and took the ad down, and I'll put it back up when I get a fully functional new inverter. So that's my dilemma. And keep in mind now, this supplier has been extremely helpful and agreed upon everything, and it's not going to be an issue. And so what will happen, I'll get a refund. Once it gets to the Lazada warehouse and they do their inspection, they'll issue me the refund. That's going to take 4 or 5 days time it gets there, and I'll get my money back. Then I can reorder, and they'll send the old unit on to the supplier. Now I can highly recommend the supplier because I've dealt with them in the past, and they've always been very helpful. I cannot say this is a issue to the unit. This is something done in transit. This was handled by 2 different delivery partners, one from the supplier, and then when it made it to the Philippines, it's handled by a different delivery partner. And I don't know which delivery partner that we can blame. There's no way of knowing. So that's what I've experienced so far, and I've had people comment with Lazada, you always have problems. I've not had any problems on returns and so forth. It's just a time lag because, there's over 7,000 hours here. Give me a break. So you just got to adapt to it. It takes a little time. But anyway, I'll post a short video of the inverter's functions and so forth. I really love the features it offers. That means I can program it and leave the inverter on, and it will automatically switch back and forth from the grid, which I don't have that option with this old inverter because it's just pure off grid. And so that's one thing I really liked about it. And I can program it to where it will only charge from solar. So that's another nice feature too. And I like the feature it will wake the batteries up. Hopefully the new one will do that for me. Because if it totally discharged, they will shut down. So thanks everyone, and stay tuned, and hopefully I can give you some more info. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and shower. Yeah, I gotta go take a shower. Anyway, folks, thanks.